As we step into a new month, into a new season, and a shift, I want to encourage you and I want to speak life and blessings for this new season. We know that it is September the 1st, and I know many of you feel the shift because I know I have been feeling it. And it is time to pray, to fast, to repent, to seek the face of God because many things are happening. Many prophecies are being revealed in this hour and more to come. Now, quick testimony to encourage. I think it's going to encourage somebody today. It's a quick testimony that I just experienced. So, I was on a prayer line of a ministry that I follow just a few hours ago. And I have repented and said in my heart and with my mouth, like I am committed like never before in this season. I rededicated my life to God and the purpose that He has called me to do. I have stood up to finish this race. Okay. Like, I'm like, no, the enemy cannot take me off my pole. I'm a watchman. I'm an intercessor. I'm a prophet. I'm a speak the word of the Lord. No enemy, no persecution shall, scare me into the den. So as I'm praying on this prayer line, the prophet, the woman, the person of God was saying we taking communion at the end, right? So in my spirit, I usually take communion with just water, but I'm like, man, I had a thought in my spirit, like, I want to really like make this different because I want this to be a symbol of a new chapter and new discipline in my life, right? So I'm like, man, I really wished I had the juice and the crackers like as a symbol that this is a shift, this is a new leaf, and I'm going to get closer to God in this season. So I really didn't think none of it because it wasn't a big deal to me at the time. I just took my communion with water, a little bit of water, and I called it a day, right? So I end up about to go to the store at my parents' house, and my dad, my hair is just a mess, right? I just put my hair in a ponytail. I'm like, I'm about to run to the store. I need a hat, but I don't have none. So I see my dad have a hat, and so I'm like, Dad, let me see your hat real quick, and I'm gonna bring it right back because I'm just about to run to the store. And tell me why he passed me the hat and it fell, right? And then he's like, oh, my juice dropped, my juice dropped. And I'm like, what is he talking about? So I picked up the hat, and guess what? He has a full thing of communion and bread. He has the communion. I'm like, and it's crazy because he thought that he took this. He thought it was empty. So he thought the juice, it was just a little bit of juice in there and it fell out. He didn't know it was a brand new communion cup. And I'm like, whose is this? He was like, oh, I'm thinking that it's his or something. I'm like, whose is this? He was like, oh, the usher at church gave him an extra communion. So I'm about to take my communion, and this is a symbol, y'all, that this is truly a new season. And I know many of you that has been called by God, have gotten weary on your walk. You started second guessing, like, is this even God? Because this is hard. But you got to understand that you are going deeper. I was in a Bible study about how we grow deeper and the seed get planted, and we got to go through the dark further and further. So it might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm not going in the right direction, but truly you are. The further and further you go, the more ugliness you have to see. So it doesn't feel so good at the moment, but this is a time. You have to go and get planted deeper so that you can grow in your season. So this is just a symbol for anybody who thought that, maybe they were tripping. Maybe God didn't speak to them, or just getting tired of being beat up in your purpose, getting tired of the devil's arrows. This is for you. God is sending a refreshing, and I know it's for many of you. Because it was times where, like, bro, I'm like, man, I'm not praying as much as I used to pray. I'm not seeking God as much as I used to. And I'm like, bro, I'm tired. And so I'm talking to God all day, every day, because that's just a habit. I mean, where else I'm going to go? But I'm not, bro, that fire, man. People, you understand, once you was in the fire with God, and it's just different when you're really walking in the spirit each and every day. It hit different, and you be missing that. You be missing that intimacy with God, the smell of the Lord. Oh my gosh. Days where you just, nobody could make you mad because you so close with God because you're in the spirit. Can't nobody even make you mad. Those are things that I was like discouraged about. Like, bro, I need that to be renewed. I need my soul to be renewed. I know I'm gaining more clarity, more revelation, and that's all good. Cause I have, like, God has still been with me, and I'm so different than I was a few months ago, than I was a month ago. Like, I'm continuously growing, but I miss that fire. I miss that fire, and God has renewed it inside of me. So I just wanted to share that testimony, and I'm gonna actually take this. I'm gonna take this as a symbol that God is refreshing, He is restoring, and the word He has spoken over your life, maybe it was a year ago, maybe it was months ago, things that you have forgot about, words that He told you to speak about the church, things that you have forgot about. He is taking you back, and He is restoring you, and He is refreshing you, and He's giving you this fire in this season, because it is time. It's another time, because it's another shift. It's so many things happening, and things, even with the leaders being exposed. I mean, God has been speaking this to many of us who's been in the secret place about the exposure of the church, period, point blank, period. The exposure in the world, period, point blank, period. I mean, even before Cat Williams announced this stuff, he has been speaking this to us for about a year now, and other people who have been in the secret place even longer. But I hope this word encourages you. Keep on fighting. You are a watchman. It's time to get up and watch. It's time to get up and pray. It's time to get up and seek. The enemy never wins. Y'all be blessed.